or not you know it, there's a light on the inside of you. Whether or not you recognize that there's something special, there's something unique, there's something that is one of a kind that only you have. Let me clue you in on something. You didn't get here by mistake, and you are not a mistake. The only way you're going to be able to open it if it's locked in front of you is if you have a key. Somebody say keys. A little bit louder. Somebody say keys. So I'm not only going to give you keys to be successful while you're here, but more importantly, when you leave. I need you to, first of all, begin with the end in mind. I need you to understand that there is a destination that you are heading towards. I need you to understand that there's a prize for you to obtain, for you to achieve. It's called your degree. Today is the beginning, and you know what you're striving for. But in between now and then, my question to you is, how will you respond to the doors that are locked in front of you? And so when doors are locked, I'm going to give you the keys today to be successful, not only while you're here, but when you're gone. If you're ready, I just need you to respond in saying, I'm ready. If you're ready, say, I'm ready. I'm ready. A couple people are ready. I don't know if everybody's ready. I'm testing the temperature in the room. One more time. If you're ready, say, I'm ready. I love it. I love it. The first thing that I need you to understand is a key that I want you to obtain and lock in your heart, in your mind, especially when you see that doors are locked in front of you, is I need you to be persistent and make the commitment. Repeat after me. Say, be consistent. Oh, I can't be louder than all of y'all. Say, be consistent. Be persistent. One more time. I messed it up. Say, be persistent and make the commitment. I need you to understand this today because today you're here at NSO. You made the choice to be here. Can I tell you, however you got here, whoever forced you to get here, whoever told you that this was a good decision, whether or not you feel like it is, I'm telling you that this is the greatest decision that you've made in your life up until this point. It's the greatest decision that you ever made in your life to be at this wonderful institution. I know you may not agree. I know TikTok will tell you that getting a college degree isn't worth it. Please don't believe that lie. It's worth it. I work for me. Nobody told me to tell this to you. I'm telling you the truth, that when you get a college degree, it's going to change your life. When you get a college degree, do you know that it increases your earning potential? That's your ability to make more money. When you get a college degree, do you know that it increases your life expectancy? When you get a college degree, when you're in environments like PCC, do you know that it can change the neural pathways in your brain so that you can think differently or more positively about yourself? I'm telling you, this is the greatest decision that you've ever made in your life. Now let's go a little bit deeper because now we understand that we've made the decision. But can I tell you, can I let you in on a little secret? Making a decision isn't enough. You got to be committed to the decision that you made. Commitment looks like showing up on time. Commitment looks like being in the front of the class. Commitment looks like asking the questions. Commitment looks like getting the help when you need it. But also, commitment simultaneously looks like decommitting from things and from people and from communities and from mindsets that do not agree with where you're going in your life. So now that you've made the commitment today, I need you to take some time to take some real deep inventory and decommit from some things and from some people that you already know, that's from around the way, that's from your neighborhood, that's from your zip code, that may even be in the same household that you live in, that don't believe that you can accomplish it. It's okay. If they can't see where you're going, understand that they have sight and they don't have vision. But you have vision. And because you have vision, now you have a responsibility to make that vision a reality. Repeat after me. Say, be persistent. A little bit louder. Say, be persistent. Make the commitment. Because everything that you commit to in this life, everything that you commit to on this campus, you will accomplish. It's going to get tough. You're going to be challenged, but you're in the right place. It's going to be tough. You may have challenges that seemingly are insurmountable. But like you heard in the video, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. First point is be persistent, make the commitment. The second point is this. I need you to be courageous. Somebody say be courageous. Oh, y'all are too dry for me. A little bit louder. Say be courageous. I need you to be courageous because college is a contact sport. It's an analogy. Don't think too deep. It's a contact sport, meaning you got to get in the game. You got to put your shoulder pads on. You got to get into it. You got to get involved. You have to make a deposit. You have to make good investments in order to get good returns. If you put nothing in, you get nothing back. If you don't put in the work, you don't get the degree. If you don't show up on time, you don't get the right information, and your life won't change. It's not enough to just make the commitment. You got to be persistent. And I need you to be courageous while you're here. Last month, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, speaking to students in DeKalb County. And there was another presenter that came up, and he stood in front. The first thing he did was he held up $100. And he held up that $100 and say, I want to give this $100 away. I need somebody to show me how bad they want it. I need you to show me how bad they want it. And he stood there for like 5 minutes and said, I need you to show me if you really want this $100. And I was sitting in the back of the room, and I saw an individual where I was sitting kind of stand up and then sit down. The individual clicked in their mind. They understood what needed to happen. They stood up and then they sat back down. And after a little bit of confrontation, after a little bit of going back and forth within their mind, the person eventually sat down, and they did not get the $100. But there was another person who was courageous enough to run to the front and go snatch the $100. I mean, it was almost disrespectful. Snatch the $100 out the man's hand. And she walked away with that $100. Can I tell you that while you're on this campus, you have to be committed. You have to be courageous and be brave. I know you may not feel like it, but your feelings are temporary, and sometimes they may not be telling you the truth about who you are. In fact, most times they aren't telling you the truth about who you are. I need you to be courageous. Repeat after me. Say, be courageous. A little bit louder. Say, be courageous. I'm almost done, y'all. Y'all like, this man is screaming at me. It's like 10:45 in the morning. I know. I'm trying to get y'all ready for what you're about to embark upon. I need you to understand what it takes. You may feel like you come from the wrong side of the tracks or the wrong neighborhood, or maybe the unlikely. It's okay. When I was in college, I couldn't afford books, but now I write books for college students. I'm trying to tell you that you can be somebody. I'm trying to tell you that you can overcome insurmountable obstacles. I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't matter what you've done, where you come from. All that matters is where you're going. Now, the last point that I want to make to you guys, it is definitely an analogy. So go with me for a second. The first thing is be persistent, make the commitment. The second thing is to be courageous. But the third thing that I need you to understand, in order to be successful while you're here, and most importantly when you're gone, that's after graduation, is I need you to be contagious. I need you to be contagious. Whether or not you know it, there's a light on the inside of you. Whether or not you recognize that there's something special, there's something unique, there's something that is one of a kind that only you have. Let me clue you in on something. You didn't get here by mistake, and you are not a mistake. I'm not telling you that to try to impress you. I'm trying to impress a point upon you that there is something inside of you. Can y'all hear me good? There's something inside of you that the world desperately needs. There's something inside of you that the person sitting next to you desperately needs in order for them to be successful. Can I tell you that we have a responsibility to each other? Can I tell you that if we live life for ourselves, we won't be able to live life to the fullest? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Can y'all give him a hand real quick? Can I tell you that we have a responsibility to each other? Alone, we can do good things, but together we can accomplish the impossible. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, I want to challenge you to go together. Last thing that I'll say is this. On this campus and in this life, there is a seat that you're supposed to sit in. And if you don't sit in it, it'll forever be empty. I need you to understand this. I need you to be persistent when the times get tough, when you get something back that you didn't really plan for, when you get a poor grade. Understand that you may have failed that test, but you're not a failure. I need you to be persistent, make the commitment. I need you to be courageous and take action. I don't want you to wait in the back of the classroom, knowing what it takes to get the investment, the return on your investment, knowing what it takes, and sit on it. Don't sit on it. It's a contact sport. And last but certainly not least, I need you to be contagious, because there's something inside of you that everybody in this room needs.
When I heard Jordan Green-Ellis speak today, it was very motivational, very uplifting. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 15 to 20.
I will say every time Jordan has a chance to speak at this school, I will be present.
It's hard to get what you're going to get from Jordan within your campus community. Very beneficial. I really like the keys that Jordan gave me.
I thought it was really great. It was invigorating. I kind of, I'm coming out pretty jazzed up.
As a college student, it really gave me time to like sit and think. And like, he actually made me see like my purpose.
What I'm seeing just sort of walking out, a lot of students are really excited and, kind of inspired to really achieve and do well in their classes.
I was really swayed by how you were speaking today because I've been going through a lot.
Especially when you're talking about impacting students. You want to bring somebody in who they can relate to, but it's not the same common voice that you would hear on campus every day.
The first year that he came in was last year. I was a part of the mentor program as a mentee. He definitely changed me, my perspective on school. I was definitely planning on leaving, but thanks to him, I do plan on staying, and it's only for the better.
I'll give Jordan a 10 out of 10 tonight. He did an excellent job. I feel like if you came to Jordan's speech, you would really come out motivated and ready to go. I feel great. I feel recharged, energized, and ready to tackle tomorrow.
I would recommend any college, community college, four-year university, high school to bring in Mr. Jordan Green-Ellis as your motivational speaker.
If you're on the fence or, just sort of thinking about it, definitely hire Jordan.
Don't be on the fence. If you are looking for any type of programming and a wide variety, he can talk on empowerment, supporting the economics of college. Black History Month is what we had him here for. If you give Jordan a goal and a topic you want to discuss, he will supply that for you. So if you're on the fence and looking for a good programming, Jordan Green-Ellis is your guy.